Man, it has been busy around here lately. And I haven't really made any videos. I've been using my camera setup for work stuff. So my camera was inside, hooked up to my computer. I didn't really want to come out here, and it was just a lot of mess. But it's beautiful out today. So I decided, after reading some of the comments on the page, that I should take the bike out for a ride and give you guys an update. Now, last time I rode this bike, been a couple weeks ago. She sat right here. Got my fingers crossed that I even remembered to turn the fuel off. So okay, I did turn the fuel off, so let's turn it on. Let's see if we will. I got power. Truth be told, I ended up buying that Honda Shadow. So I've been working on that bike. This feels so weird. It's crazy, how quickly you get it not ready. You adapt to a different bike. This feels so different. I found an airbox. Now, no, I didn't buy it or anything. I found it in here. Maybe a little choke. Ooh. Yeah. I wasn't expecting her to fire up that easy. That's what I figured would happen. Okay. All right, let's get on the road. Then I can stop getting distracted. Oh man, this feels. Oh yeah. I don't think I did a video on this. I reinstalled the front fender. I know that's probably not a big deal to some of you guys. You probably deleted your front fender, but I usually ride with a Bell Custom or a copy of a Bell Custom helmet, and riding in the rain without a front fender, that's a bad time, man. It's not fun. So we're gonna need some choke. Gonna need to get this kid warmed up. We'll let her warm up a bit. Let him warm up a bit. Even the kickstand feels weird. All right. This like tank color has really grown on me. I don't know. It's just been this bike was just a fun project. I guess this video is just to let you guys know it's basically done. My jetting is. Last time I rode, my jetting was solid, so okay, we just lost a little bit. So we are probably ready to get going. Oh man, she's really taking a while to get the go fast through her. Trampoline. Man, okay, so like I said, I bought that Honda Shadow, and I've been riding that for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So I haven't touched this bike, and it just feels completely different. It. So, like I said, this bike is pretty much done. There are a few things that I want to do to it still, but nothing major. Like mechanical stuff is done. It probably could use some new tires, maybe a new front rim. I think the front rim is a little dinged up, like a bend in it that I said I was going to fix years ago and just never did. But it feels pretty swirly. But when it comes to like my jetting, everything's dialed in. We're not hitting the flat spots anymore. I mean, I just went from 0 to wide open and nothing. It takes a little bit, but I can top out at about 85, give or take. But it's been a really fun build. I got on Craigslist last night and there was another 82 440 for $200, and if it's there next week, I'll buy it. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't want to. I've got so many projects, but I feel like I can knock these 440s out in like a week now. I know where to source parts. I know how to. I can rebuild the engine in a day. So I'm curious. I kind of want to. I did the single carb. I would really like to do like a dual carb. Yeah, it's taken me a little bit. The center of gravity on this bike compared to the Shadow is so much higher. And the lower bars and everything, the cramped up rather than lounge chair. It's taken me a little while to get used to it, but I think we're getting it now. Man, okay. I think he decided, the guy had a cool Volkswagen Beetle he was selling. I think he decided not to sell it. The brakes on this are better than the Honda Shadows, though, believe it or not. Well, the brakes probably aren't better, but yeah, man, it's taken me a long time to get used to riding this guy. I've got power throughout the entire band. Running great. I can easily get out. I mean, now that she's warm, getting up to 80, no problem. Give her some time and we'll get there. So, some of the things that I really want to change on this bike, I definitely want to take care of the exhaust. I just don't like how it sounds like a scooter. At least to me it sounds like a scooter. I might go back with the old exhaust. I know it's a little louder, but if I could put a baffle in them, and it would quiet it down, and it wouldn't sound like this. I think this exhaust is not a good sound. I don't like it necessarily. But all right, now I'm starting to get a little more comfortable on it. My front end, I'm not sure if I installed the front end correctly. It still feels a little sluggish. But that could just be a worn out front tire. You lose a lot of your, and I should have checked the air pressure. It's been sitting for a while. I didn't do that. You know, what's the worst that could happen, guys? Anywho, I'm sure some of you are curious. I know there was a guy who commented this bike. If you watch my videos, it's non-stop debate whether the bike is too rich or the bike is too lean. And this is the first bike that I've ever, tuned a carburetor to. This is the first carburetor I've ever really tuned. So I was complete learning process, and I've got the I can get hyper-focused on a project, but within that hyper-focusedness, I get extremely impatient. So I was not, oh, I like that Ford. I was not tuning this truck. Are they open? I need to go check that place out. There's so many scrapyards and shit in this town that are closed because of the virus. It bugs the crap out of me. Anyway, man, see what I was saying about dangerous intersection ahead. Oh my. Is it right here? Is this the dangerous intersection? Hey, guys, don't run me over. Okay, let me get back to on track. So this was my first carburetor tune. And that's one of the reasons why I went with the single carb versus the dual carbs, is because I figured one carb would be easier to tune than two. You know? But when I was tuning, I wasn't following the procedure correctly. I was changing multiple variables at the same time. So I'd tinker with the idle jet, or the pilot jet, and then I'd change the needle clip, and then, you know, that wouldn't tell me exactly what was wrong with the bike, with how it was running, because changing multiple variables at the same time, you know, I would make one section lean and one section rich, or one section leaner and the other one way rich. So there was a guy on the Facebook forum for the twins who does the racing and stuff, and he posted a link on, you know, how to tune one of these properly, and that's what made everything come together. So I bought a spark plug cleaner, I cleaned the spark plugs out, and I tuned I started with the pilot jet, and I got it to where everything idled perfect. I had no, like, sucking idle or anything like that. Then once the pilot jet was tuned, and I was satisfied with that, then I moved to the main jet. And all I did to tune the main jet was I'd start the bike up because I knew my idle was good, and I would kind of, like, you know, get it going like this, and then wide open throttle. And if it wouldn't pull like it's pulling now, but stumbled, then I would make a change. But right now I've been wide open throttle, and I've just got a consistent, I didn't struggle. As you can see, I'm not struggling at all. So once I got to where it wouldn't stumble, then I played with the needle jet and the needle. So I ended up with the stock needle and needle jet at the leanest setting. That guy doesn't look like he's stopped. These guys that just creep past the stop signs freak me out sometimes. As you can see, I can sit here wide open throttle, and the bike will go, you know, to 80, 85 if I'm lucky. Just depends on the day, you know. But it's running good. I don't have any stumbles or anything. And so I did pilot jet first, got that dialed in perfect, so that I could start the bike. You know, it starts every time. No problem. It starts every time. Choke to get it warm, turn choke off, we're good. Then I moved to the main jet, just like I did. So I'd ride out here or somewhere, whereabouts like this, where I could do a wide open throttle pull. Man, that garage is awesome. And then, oh, this road is closed to no through traffic? I should probably get off this road, but I didn't read the sign. I'll pretend like I'm turning or something. Yeah, it could just be, it could just be how everything changed. I should have been reading the sign instead of talking. We do a little turnaround. that's what I did. I would get into like second or third gear and just wide open throttle it and just see what the bike could do. And I'm not hitting any stumbles right now. We're able to just go, no problem. And I'm not saying it's tuned perfect, but for my use, I mean, it's reliable at this point. The engine's completely rebuilt. The tune is good. I'm a happy camper with it. You know, and I really honestly wouldn't want to go much faster than 75 on this little tiny bike. But I'm comfortable doing it. Hey, it's doing good. You know what we should do? Yeah, we'll pull over. Well, nah, I'll do that another time. I don't have a GPS app on my phone. If I had a GPS app, I would actually do a GPS speed test on it, but we can do that another day. So, just to clarify, I've had this bike for 5 years. It's taken me 5 years to get it to this point. There was a lot of learning going on, and it took some old dude. I shouldn't call him an old dude. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's like in his 50s, so that's not old. That's, you know, whatever. It just took some dude kind of not being a dick, but being like, yo, dude, follow the rules. This is how you do it. Read this website. Do it this way. And I'm good to go. When you are tuning your own, I would highly suggest the Harbor Freight $14 spark plug cleaner. That thing saved me so much time because I didn't have to be swapping out spark plugs all the time. I didn't even know that spark plug cleaners existed. So that was a good buy, I would say. But I'm not sure what, I've got a couple different projects going on right now, so I'm not sure what to do next. I hate this, I love and I hate the seat on this bike. This is one of my first attempts at doing fiberglass. So I might make another one. You know, I might redo like the, since I'm already like feeling like the front end is not quite the way it should be. And that it felt wonky before I installed the new shocks. So I don't think it's the new shocks that are doing it. But I might get some new bearings for it, because it's still running the 40-year-old bearings that are in there right now, you know. So the 38-year-old, 39-year-old, whatever. There's little things to do on this bike. I mean, my goal for the summer, and it's, you know, May, my goal for the summer was to get this bike going so that I could use it as a runaround bike. And that's, I've accomplished that. I got the Honda Shadow going. That was an easy project. It's running pretty good, and if you guys are interested in seeing videos on that, I've recorded them, but I don't want to post videos. You know, if most of the people that are if the 100 people that watch this channel, if they're not interested in that stuff, why even post it? We'll see. But I still might be a little embarrassed that I own a Honda, to be honest with you. I mean, all my bikes are Kawasaki's, and I say that tongue-in-cheek because I've got an 82 CB650 that I just bought carbs for and are working on those carbs. So I own 2 Hondas now. What's wrong with me? My Kawasaki's are gonna, well, if I go buy that other Kawasaki, it'll balance out, right? But anyway, I mean, the bike's running great. I'm happy with it. I wasn't sure about using the I used not genuine Kawasaki rings, they're Repop, and they seem to be running fine. It took me a while to get them all figured out, but everything seems to be doing good. I've never seen a Postal Service Jeep before. That's crazy. But, I mean, I can roll the throttle. Oh, that's not good. That was a little too fast. Okay, so I can't 100% roll the throttle. I don't think you're supposed to be able to pop the throttle like that completely on a mechanical carb. Try it again. Oh, there we go. Usually I can pop the throttle. How's that sound? Punch in. This is a really fun bike. It's just the seat kills my back now. What's funny is when I originally made the seat a couple of years ago, people are like, "Dude, that thing looks painful." I'm like, "Oh no, it's fine. I can ride it all day." And now I guess that's what happens when you get older. You start to break. Let's go this way. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the sound. But this really was a complete rebuild of the bike so far. We got new brakes, or rebuilt brakes, front and rear, new fluids, fresh oil filter, new rings, got the tank cleaned out good. I mean, we really put a lot of work into this bike. Good stuff came out of the old coronavirus. Anywho, I guess really that's all I got. I mean, the bike's mechanically, let's say that, mechanically it's done. And we even wired up the turn signals and stuff, like, it's legit. Dang, that house has some cool shapes to it. Nope, I don't want to turn there. That street is not a fun street. It has like the biggest potholes. Oh, look, he put it back out. Is there a price on it? There's no price on it. He never puts a price on it. I kind of feel like when I see like, that guy's got to be like in his 80s. When I see older guys do that, I think they don't put a price on it because they just want to talk to somebody. And not necessarily, they probably don't even want to sell it. He just wants to talk about it. And that's a good way to get people to come talk about your stuff. I thoroughly... I wouldn't be surprised if I pull that shit when I'm older. Don't trust this charger right here. I want an OBS Ford again. I missed that truck. Alright guys, well, I mean that's really all I got. Bike's done. at least this bike's done. I'm working on other bikes. I will, since I'm getting distracted. I'm wanting to get an addition, like, you know, add on to my house, so when I see houses kind of like mine that have front end is really squirrely. It's got to be bearings or something. It's just it kind of pulls funny. Anyways, so we got some stuff to work on still, but for the most part, the biggest saga, 90% of the videos on my channel have been getting this carb tuned, and where I'm sitting now, it's running great. It fires up and it'll run all day. In the past, I thought, you know, I thought I had it running great, and then, you know, next thing you know, I'm fouling plugs and stuff. So that hasn't been happening. When I pull the plugs, they're cinnamon brown. So we're doing good. So if you're working through it, just stick with it. The best thing you can do is do, you know, one at a time, one circuit at a time. And that was my biggest mishap. That, and I don't think I did a video on it. One of the springs on the, oh, gross. Oh, I hate snakes too. Did you guys see that dead snake? What was I saying? I don't remember now. The timing advance, one of the springs on the advancer broke off, so I had some wonky stuff going on there. I don't know how long it was broken off. It made a really, really weird sound, so I don't think it lasted very long, but anyway. Happy bike. I might need to tension a few nuts and bolts still. Whoops. Alright guys, that's it for today. See you later. Bye-bye.